Minecrafters everywhere, I've made an incredible discovery. Netherite crafting has been removed from the game. No more armor, no more tools, no more weapons. What are we to do now? Oh, that's how the cake gets made. Oh, that's how you mine blocks. Oh, that's how you stop drowning. Oh, that's what happened to my villagers. You think I'm so stupid, don't you? Well, what about the Minecraft wiki? Let's head over to the Netherite page and look for the history. There it is. There it is. Let's scroll down. Oh, what's this? Netherite crafting removed from the game. Okay, jokes aside, welcome back to another Minecraft update video. Last week we had our first snapshot for the next Minecraft drop, the Mounts of Mayhem. And in this snapshot, we got to see pretty much everything revealed to us at Minecraft Live. So that includes the new zombie horse, as well as the spear, the Nautilus, zombie Nautilus, and Nautilus armor. In my coverage, I puzzled over how we couldn't get a Netherite spear or Netherite Nautilus armor. So here's the refresher. Not that you needed it, I needed this. That's how you make the Netherite spear. Obviously, same thing for the Nautilus armor. How did I forget such a crucial detail? One word: pressure. That video coming out on a Thursday caught me off guard, and I had a very important meeting to attend, which I was late for because I was getting the snapshot video together. And that's one thing I don't like to do. I don't like to rush these videos because when they get rushed, you miss out on particular details, and then sometimes you just forget something really obvious, like how Netherite armor is made. Had I taken a moment to think about it, I probably would have just remembered, oh yeah, of course, smithing table. But hey, that's what being under a time constraint does to you, I guess. And so I do actually have some other details and things that I didn't have time to find and discover in the previous snapshot. But before we get to that, let's talk about the brand new cape in Minecraft that I've actually been unable to equip for this video. This all started a couple of weeks back at the end of September when Mojang issued some community challenges to unlock a copper cape. The first part of the challenge required Bedrock players to summon at least 75 million copper golems. And with this challenge, we were going to be able to unlock more than just a copper cape. So a week later, the second part of this challenge was issued. The goal now was to have the copper golems organize 500 million items. And with that goal, there would be some more unlockables. Now, the one on the right here is actually a Minecraft skin, as was the one we saw a moment ago. And the good news is both of these skins have been unlocked. If you want one of them, check out the links to these articles in the description box. In them, you'll find a button like this that says Get Java Skin. Anyways, as it says here, the Copper Cape quest is almost over. And that's because the very last part of this will require you to go onto TikTok or Twitch and watch a streamer for a little while to get a code to get this cape. And this is no normal cape. Look at that texture that it has on the Elytra. That looks really interesting. If you want to get your hands on one of this, there are 3 different ways to do it. One of them is to place a copper golem statue in-game. This is only on Bedrock Edition, and I tried this and it did not work. Other people have had luck with it. That's just the way it goes sometimes. It's supposed to turn up here in your cape's wardrobe. As you can see, mine has yet to turn up. And my cape hasn't arrived here on Java Edition yet either. I was able to get a code and redeem it to my account using these watch time quests. We'll come back to that in just a second. Third way to get a cape is if you're going to the MCC TwitchCon in San Diego. So I won't go into the details, the article is down below, but if you're heading there and you want this cape, be sure to read the article. So I don't have my cape in game yet, but I was able to redeem it to my account. I did this by visiting Twitch. I went and watched a Minecraft stream for about 5 minutes, and then I got given a code. You will find your code at twitch.tv/drops/inventory. It'll be in this rewards category, and you can click on the redeem button here to get your code. Now, bear in mind that this system seems to be very slow to act. I had to watch the stream for quite some time, and it actually wasn't until this morning, the following day, that my code actually came through. So you're probably going to have to be really patient with this one. The other place you can get one of these on is TikTok, where you only have to watch for 3 minutes, but I had absolutely no luck doing this whatsoever. But if you do get your hands on a code, you want to go to minecraft.net/redeem. You'll need to make sure you're logged into your account, and then you can paste your code here and redeem the cape. So go watch a streamer and get your hands on a cape. I will be streaming tomorrow evening and Thursday evening and also Sunday evening on Twitch. So follow me on Twitch if you want to catch me live. You have plenty of time, in fact, to the 19th of December, so over a month to watch a streamer and claim a cape. All right, now let's get to the bits that I missed from the previous snapshot. Some of you may have already noticed it because we looked at the zombie horse in the last video, but it's actually got a new texture. This thing has been overhauled, and it's a little dark and gloomy because night vision doesn't seem to be working properly in this snapshot. But yeah, there it is, new texture for the zombie horse. And here it is side by side with the old one. It's actually not so much a new texture, but more of a saturation, brightness and darkness kind of contrast adjustment here. So in the comments, we had a question and an answer I want to bring your attention to. The question was, does the Nautilus drop its shell when it dies? The answer is yes. And let's just try that one more time. This is like the player dying and dropping all of their armor and items, right? You can see that the armor gets preserved. What we didn't get is a Nautilus shell. And it turns out that these have a 5% drop chance for giving you a Nautilus shell when they die. Now, the answer that we got from chat relates to this line here, and it's the body slot that is actually the clue to what's going on here. The body slot is used by a horse or a Nautilus for when equipping it with armor. And it's a curious change because there is no other Netherite armor that goes on another mob or entity. But if they were, I guess it was 11 and it got buffed to 19. So my friends, we're almost ready to cover Snapshot 25w42A. You might be thinking, wow, they've updated the menu panorama screen already? No, my friends, they have not. I made that panorama myself. I thought I would take this opportunity to let you know that I've made a easy to follow tutorial on how to make your own menu panorama screens. And at some point, the Mounts of Mayhem Drop will get its own new menu panorama, but we will see that much closer to release. So if you're interested in creating your own panoramas, it's really easy to do. My tutorial will be linked in the description box below. How on earth did this happen? We're 7 minutes into the video and we're only just getting started on the new snapshot. Let's start with a redundant detail, something I recorded earlier. You see, mending and the new lunge enchantment were mutually exclusive. But behold, in this new snapshot, we can combine them together. Remember, this is the enchantment that can do a lot of durability damage to your items. I've used it a few times and already it's getting worn out. So not having mending on this seemed like a little bit of madness. However, the numbers have not changed from last week's snapshot. This still does 128 damage each time. That I think is a little on the pricey side. This next change sounded really strange until I realized that it was simply a bug fix. You're now able to control a zombie Nautilus and a Nautilus when they're on land. This means that you can get back into the water again. But how do they fare when they don't have a rider? Well, they don't move at all. They just sit here, waiting to die. Yep, it's a cruel life for a Nautilus out of water. Here's another change that's probably actually just a bug fix. A zombie horse that used to have a rider on it can now be leashed to a fence post. So now I think we know what the Minecraft.net article image is referring to here. Another change includes an advancement they missed. The Golden Spear and Golden Nautilus armor now work with the Oh Shiny advancement. And underwater biome fog and fog distance is now blended based on the player's position between biomes, similar to the regular biome fog and sky colors. We can see this effect in action when we approach a pale garden biome. You can see that change in color is gradual. And here we are heading out of a swamp and into an ocean biome. Now, in last week's snapshot, the color of the swamp biome looks different. It looks a lot more yellow, but the transition effect seems the same to me. Watching it back from the editing room, I can see that the new transition is actually a lot smoother. This change is probably a subtle one related to environment attributes. Environment attributes provides a data-driven way to control a variety of visual and gameplay systems. This means things like the color of the sky or if water can evaporate when placed. And we have a developer's note that this whole new system should be considered experimental. But in a nutshell, they're continuing to open more and more aspects of the game to be data-driven. This means that with a data pack, you can start to modify biomes and dimensions in new ways. They give the example here of being able to change the color of the sky in the biome. And there will be modifiers too, meaning you can take an existing value and then modify it. The example given here is to take the water fog radius and then multiply it. The explanations go into more detail and get more complicated with things like interpolation. You will even be able to use logic gates in this stuff. But of course, those details are for the players out there making custom experiences with their worlds. And for those of you curious, this means we get control over fog color, how much there is of it, its radius, the color of the sky, the cloud opacity, what height they're at, even things like particle effects, the ambient sounds and background music that play. And when it comes to gameplay, what events can be controlled are things like when raids can be started, if water will evaporate, think the Nether, how fast lava can spread, the increased fire burnout, if piglins will zombify, if snow golems will melt, and what the bed rules are for that dimension or biome. The changes here are absolutely massive, and hopefully I've been able to give you a little bit of a gist as to what this is all about. Alright, there's a few things left, like a new sound for a Nautilus when riding. Let's just go ahead and use a command to hear this. And speaking of commands, a minor change to the new stopwatch command. You now put the ID in after you've put create. And when you query a stopwatch, you now have a scale. The default is 1, so that'll give us the time in seconds. If you put in 20, it will give you the time in ticks. At least it's supposed to do that. And then there's the bugs. We have a few oldies in here, but most of these are just related to the latest development cycle. And they're mostly things that restore gameplay back to normal, like skeleton horses burning in the sunlight. So that leaves me with one big bit of news to tell you about. Do you know what that is? That's a release date, of course. This, I believe, is the movie poster for the second Minecraft movie. I mean, it came from the A Minecraft Movie account, so there you go. But yeah, that's it. Confirmation there's going to be a second Minecraft movie, and it's already got a release date, just 1.5 years away. Well, not quite if you want to be picky, roughly 1.5 years away. That's it, my friends, from me, this snapshot video. Really hope you enjoyed it. Of course, subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft news and information, like getting your hands on the capes. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon in another one. Take care. Bye-bye.